not been over for 15 days or something like that. Maybe more, I don't know. Whenever I had the club route and that. So I'm dreading this. But I've not got my microphone on, so I don't know how well you can hear me. I'm just looking around. There's been someone's left the plot by the look of it. Stuff's all stripped down. Oh dear. Oh, not far now. Looking at some other plots of potatoes and that, they're all looking. Oh, there's a few blight patches. I can see blight on one of the plots. I'll turn the camera on, you can have a quick look then. There. That's blight. It's only affected them ones so far, so I don't know what varieties they are, but they're not mine. Yeah, there's a few empty plots on here now. You can see where someone's been out spraying them. Obviously nobody's done that one yet. So getting near to my plot now. Dreading it. Oh god, yes, I've got blight. Oh no. Yep, that's blight, alright. Oh dear. Yep. So yep, we officially have blight. What I'm going to do about that, I can't really get back up for a few days. Oh dear. Right, we shall have to deal with that on a later day. So let's have a look at the rest of it while we're here. Plenty of blue, that's all I'm here for, to pick these berries. Loads of them. Sweet corn's doing alright. Weeds are under there. Obviously I sprayed all this lot last time I was here. The garlic's looking alright. It's got rust. It's probably not as far. It's probably a bit scrawny, to be honest. It's not very chunky. I'll feel around, see if I can feel anything. Yeah, there's a bulb down there. All's not lost. I'll venture over to land of cauliflower and courgettes in a minute. Peas. Forget these, I think. They're tough as hell to chew them. Onions. Right, they're alright. There's nothing drastic there. I'll have a look at my cauliflower now. I'm hoping the... Oh god, yep, they're all like... Alright, yep. These are ready. It looks like I'm going to have to get down here tomorrow and have a massive harvest day, I think. Yep, all the cauliflower ready. Oh dear. Right, so that's caused me a few issues this week. I had something else planned that I really need to get on with, but I'm going to have to deal with this. Especially that lot. Gosh, oh dear. Plenty of them. Right, well, I'll pick some blueberries for now and I'll have to deal with this lot tomorrow, so it looks like it's going to be an all day job. I have actually under there, somewhere, I don't know where they are unless they're completely keeled over. The Maris Pears, they're Charlotte's. Right, so I've got to get these tops off. That's tomorrow's job. That, cauliflower. Right, okay. That's that sorted then. I shall let them get back here tomorrow. Right, we're on 25th of July, so that bit of footage with no microphone, that was obviously from yesterday evening, so got down here at lunchtime today. As you can see, I thought I wouldn't bore you with like taking all the foliage off my potatoes. Some of them were worse than others, but I thought, you know what, I'll just take it all off, because the way it's been, it's never knowing when I'm going to get down and that. So I've ripped my peas out. All I've done with them, just to save time here, is I've just put them in a big tub, put them in the van. I'll deal with them at home, because I'll take off whatever's edible and whatever's left I can use for seed then, if there is any. There's quite a few pods on it, but I just ripped them out because they just pulled out easy because it's dry as anything at the bottom. So I'll just basically give that a bit of a dig over to get rid of the tunnel that's partly collapsed. I don't think it's in use anymore. So instead of messing about trying to erect another P-net and everything, I've sort of healed it in, so it's pretty firm. About 40 litres. Noisy bag. It's about 40 litres of water in there, and it does slowly drain, so it's not flying away. So all I can hope is they don't come back and re-tunnel. So I'm going to put my peas back there again, because they are very tall, leggy. They've been in the van for 2 days because I've been trying to get down. So I'm going to waz them in there. Not right now, I'm going to put another couple of watering cans down it, just to get that bottom really wet. And then when I put them in, I'll water them in, obviously. But main priority is I've got to get this cauliflower out now. Courgettes, pick the rest of the berries, because I picked 4 bushes last night. I've got 2 bushes left to pick. So I washed them all off in a sort of like vinegar solution last night to get, when I got home, just to sort of, clean them. So they're on towels at the moment, drying out. So I ended up with just over £9 berries, so I'll probably get another £2.5 probably, £2.5, £3 off them other 2 bushes. Then there'll be more to come. Courgettes, I've not even looked at that, to be honest. Had a good look, but I can see a few big green and yellow things lurking, so we'll deal with that. But I'll do the courgettes first. I might try and weed the bed if I can, but like I say, I've been here a good few hours so far, because that was quite back-breaking getting all that out. I can see a few potatoes at the sides, but I'll try and cover them up, because I sort of held them up a bit to try and cover as much as I can, and hopefully the spores will go away. But because I haven't got time to dig them up right now, ideally I want to leave them to skin for a bit, a couple of weeks. But I think if we get a good dry spell, I'll come and dig them up while it's dry, because if the soil dries out, they're nice and clean and you can have a good look at them. You have to start washing them and things like that, because if you put them in a sack covered in mud, you can't see, and if any have got blight, they burst in the sack, cause all sorts of problems then. Plus I haven't anywhere for them to go at home yet, because as some of you know, I've got a little rook, or crow, I've been sorting the shed out for. It's still not ready yet. This is that was what I intended doing today, was to finish that. But obviously after coming down there last night and seeing it, I thought, well, this has to be done. So I'm going to be hopefully finishing the shed off tomorrow. And then that's it, because I've got a gig this Friday, so I don't want to be overdoing it. So I'm down here today, taking it steady, because I've got a back brace on, because my back's still not great. And obviously everything is being bent over, so I'll suffer it for it tomorrow a little bit, but if I keep moving about, it should be alright. So I'm not going to film all this, I'll just film parts of it and probably speed it up, because it's just like I say, it's time factor. I just need to get in there. Some of them have started to blow, they've got a bit of a pinky tinge on top, but there's plenty in there. If I get a chance to strip all the plants out, I will do. I've got some lime with me, so I might lime these 2 beds just to put some on. Obviously I had club root in that. The onions, I'm going to forget these 2 beds, and the garlic and everything for now. I'll try and pop up early next week and do a bit of weeding, and then it's just basically waiting for these to become ready, because obviously I've got jobs to do at home, because I've got to blanch all this lot and start bagging things for storing, because obviously the back garden's still producing, because I need to obviously do the potato reveals in the tubs in the garden. So there's quite a bit of videos to come. I want to get them uploading, and got a few weeks off gigging because the van's going in for MOT and having stuff sorted out, so hopefully I can have a chance to sit down and reply to some comments, because just not had time, because if I sit down I'll fall asleep. That's the only problem. I'll have my tea and that's it, and I'll fall asleep. So I've decided to sort of like, well, if I'm busy with doing something, I'm not going to stop for anything to eat, because I'll end up falling asleep. So I'll be here until I finish everything. I'll go home, I'll put things away to a degree, and then I'll have something to eat, because then I'll just crash out. And then so if I just keep collecting footage, and I'll get videos on as often as I can. But I really do need to respond to some comments. I've read them all. As far as I know, I've read them all. I had a few problems the other week, so I wasn't getting any notifications of comments. So something had happened with syncing emails up, so they've started coming again now. So it's a job I'll get round to. So big apologies about that. I'm not ignorant or anything. It's just having the time to sit down and respond to them. Because it's nice to read them, and obviously I need to target the question ones, because people are asking a certain question. So I'll target those ones first. I think try and answer as many as I can. But we shall crack on. and get some jobs done, and then we'll have a look at everything that I've harvested at the end, obviously. But I'll film some little bits of snippet as I can, because I've not even got my camera tripod. You're currently sort of strapped to a fork handle at the moment. So, but I remembered my microphone. Like I say, I didn't expect last night. It was just to come down to see, and I thought, right, that's it. I've got to put some hours in here. So I didn't feel up to it this morning when I got up. So it was like, you know, probably lunchtime before I got here, because I had to sort my dad out and everything. So he's all right. So I shall crack on. I can't be bothered. I'm tired. I'm ready for home now, but I can't. I just haven't the time to come back until next week, and cauliflower have gone over by then. So I just have to get on with it, suck it up, make it my friend, and deal with it. So let's get on with that. And then I've got to carry the peas over. I've got 4 gutters of peas in the back of the van, so that'll probably be the last job. Because I can probably take some of the harvest stuff over to the van then. So it saves loads of journeys to the van, because I don't even actually have a wheelbarrow here. I might be able to borrow one off another lot, but we shall see. Right, I'll get down here. I might end up putting my top on for this. Depends how spiky these are, because they end up getting raked all up your arms off courgettes. So there's a few, I think, that have been nobbled by slugs, but I'll just cut them off, and they can go into compost heap then. I'm just going to go around. I can't remember how many's in here. I think there's 5. Was there 5? 6, 8. Sucker for punishment, eh? Looks like we're on a courgette. Kane's going to be happy, isn't he? Throwing these big things at him. But I have to find some recipes. So if you've got any recipes for courgettes, please do put them up. I'll just make kebab skewers with them, really. That'll be easy with a knife, actually, fighting with foliage. A lot of white fly about. Which I need to get in there and clean all the lower leaves off, because some of them have gone yellow, which I think is actual white fly that'll be doing that, sapping the life out of them. I'm going to take even these tiny courgettes, because if I leave them a week, then they'll end up massive. So they're nice like that size, chopped up and fried with some garlic and whatnot. It's a bit small, that one, so I'll leave that one. Yeah, full of white fly. So I might have just dropped lucky with these. I've not got overfaced with giant. Oh man, you. Looks like the Defender's done its thing. But luckily it's not humongous. But it's big enough. Right, find my way in here now. Yeah, slugs have had that one. Take that off. Another giant one, but I do recall my sister saying if I get any marrows, she'll have them, so that's always a bonus. Some of these haven't probably set proper at the end, because you can always tell because you start going squidgy at the end, so they've not set proper. Little runty one, rotted at the end, that, so compost can gladly have that. White fly. Usually if you end up missing one, it ends up being a great big thing. As soon as you take these big ones off, it takes a lot of pressure off that plant. So the plant can start chucking out more. Yay. Yeah, while I was dealing with my spuds, obviously I flicked a few out. There's a few decent ones on there. So fingers crossed I can get them out before the slugs go down, because I always find when you take the tops off, the slugs start going down to do the thing. Bloody whitefly. Plenty courgettes. Little tiny one, I'll leave that one's been eaten. I can't remember the variety of this yellow one. I've not done it before anyway. Leave that one. Get rid of that because it's eaten. No, something's alright. This slugs probably. Just see another green one lurking there. Try and find it again now. There it is. It's a weird shaped one. Rotten at the end, but yeah, it's a bit hollow inside. But I'll take that chunk because Ken can have that bit. I'll compost the rest. No big tough tub with me, so I'll have a quick weed of this, but it will be a quick one, and then we'll get on with cauliflower, I think. I've actually got a lot of room over in my compost bin, to be honest, even though I've got 3 bays, but like an absolute numbskull. When I've been like getting stuff off abandoned plots, I've stacked it up against the compost bins, so I can't get in there. Snail, that can go over there. I do find, that snails actually do more damage. But, just another pest to deal with. Snap that leaf off. The like chickweed stuff's a nightmare. Clumps. I think my tortoise can eat it, to be honest, but chance to be a fine thing if I could bring him down here, pop him somewhere, and he'd happily go through all the plants and eat that. He'd just end up eating everything else but what I want him to. Need to get rid of some of these lower leaves because they're a bit yellow. It's only a quick weed this anyway. We're mad at it. It is kind of mulch with a sort of fresh manure this. That one's rotted. Chickweed, bittercress, shepherd's purse, thistles, dandelions, and that other stuff I can never remember the name of it. This stuff here, got little tiny pinkish flowers on it. But it ends up like this. What a nuisance it is. One of the guys on here, he's got a plot, he's been going around spraying all the empty plots. We had some high winds last week and he said it was like it was snowing with all thistle seeds going mental everywhere. There's no thistles around as such apart from the far end of the site. Right, so I'll get my knife to take some of these yellowing lower leaves off. Right, it's only a bit of a quick tart up and deal with the rest at a later date. Just cut a courgette completely in half, but never mind. That one's had it. Snowing. I'm not going to need any tea when I get home. I'm eating that much whitefly. Got this knife out of the kitchen because it doesn't blend in with anything. I've still got a knife that a subscriber, I think it was called Harry Bibby, I think he would call. I've not heard anything off him for a while, but he sent me a knife. I've still got that, like a little hook knife. It's like a little harvesting knife, cracking little knife. I just worried about bringing it here and or losing it, you see. It currently resides in the shed at the bottom of the garden, because I tend to use that for cucumbers, because you can just either twist them off or hook them in. They're actually handy for these. The only thing when you've got something like that, you can risk stabbing things. Right, I think that's enough time spent on them. Put this in the compost heap, and I've got to try and get 20 odd cauliflower plants in the compost heap somehow. So that'll be getting my boot involved and ramming it in. Right, pull these canes so they're not in my way. So watch, you got some string on the floor there, don't lasso my feet together. I'll lift this net up, take a few, and then have a bit of a break, I think. Still getting a few onions that are failing, deal with them after. I'll probably have if I've got time, I'll have a bit of a quick weed, because this asparagus bed is horrendous, to say the least. So no mildew started yet on my red onions, which is good. Right, so I'm not bothered with any cabbage whites getting right now, because there'll be no plants left in here so soon. So I'm not gonna give them the right neat harvest. Just get it thrown in some trays and I can tidy them up. Probably tomorrow. I can just go in the kitchen for tonight. I'll leave a couple out fresh to eat. But yeah, I'm behind with videos a bit, because I think I've got about 2 made. I've not even uploaded yet. I'll go back as far as something like the 5th or something like that. So I'm a bit behind. This seems to, the end of the week just seems to come so quickly, and you're like, I've got time to do a gig. I've put my knife down somewhere and I've no idea where. There it is. Right, so real quick harvest. This is going to collapse the leaves down like that. Deal with them after. Under head. Lop it off. But it's a decent sized collie. Of 20 of them. I wonder if it's because I put some sulfate of ammonia down, because they are a bit nitrogen hungry. Glad I brought 2 trays. I probably wish I'd brought 3, to be honest. Last time I looked at these, I sort of held them up a little bit because the cracks in the ground and that. I don't know how much of this I'll edit it out, but yeah, they're some size collie heads though. Not my biggest, but biggest for a while anyway. You don't mind if you've had like a bit of a bad day, obviously, with the club route and poor start to the year, because it's this bit that counts. You can do well now in your harvest, it's not so bad. I've got some more cauliflowers to put in, but I don't know whether I need to. bound to be the odd smaller one. Oh, well, that for the slug situation, there's a few slug droppings on there, so no doubt they'll come crawling out once I start dissecting. Six in that tray. It's nearly full. Tackle this next row. You could, in theory, just leave all this foliage here, put a bit of black membrane or a black visqueen over it, and let whatever's going to rot off it rot into the ground. This one's quite blown. I always just find the blown as slug there as well. Bloody things. I always find when you get them partly blown like that, they're good for making like piccalilli and stuff like that. I've not done piccalilli for years, so it might be time to sort my jars out. I've not actually done any beetroot this year to pickle so far. But it'd be good to pull some roots up just to see regarding club root, even though these are resistant. I don't know how many's in there, but it's full. And I think I'm going to be borrowing a wheelbarrow because that'll just kill me back carrying that on the tip man. God, I'm knackered. Must have missed one on this row. A small one. Yeah, a tiny one. That might get nominated for my tea tonight. I'd be even happy if I had 20 of that size, to be honest. But yeah, there's plenty of collie here. As some of you know, collie is my least favourite vegetable. So I think I'm not a big fan of cauliflower cheese either, to be honest. I mean, I love cheese, but it's not good for me with singing and that. It irritates the old throat a bit. People will be cursing me because I'm not poshly trimming them all up, but I ain't bothered. Oh. Not far off the sort of similar size that used to grow one called Avalanche. Just a shame they've started to blow and raise up a bit. Yeah, definitely glad I brought 2 trays. A little bit of leaf rotting on that. Stuck to the head, but chop that off. Chop it off here actually. Yeah, it just was some because it was all a bit black there, so just where when it leaves had rotted against the head. Slug. I always found that with broccoli you're alright, you're quite safe with slugs with broccoli. Once you've got past the seedling stage, not so bad. Cabbage are a nightmare. But ones I grew at home, pretty much pristine. Still got a few left actually that I need to eat, but I've not put them in the fridge or anything. I'm just seeing what they're like to store. And they've got a bit manky outside, but you peel the outer leaves off with cabbage, and if the heart's nice and tight, it should be okay. Right, put my knife down before I stab myself. Spread these out a bit. Not like it makes any difference. It just means not bouncing about in a wheelbarrow and then dropping about. But there's some cauliflower there. Christ. The thing is, I've got wet hands now. Oh. Right, I'm going to turn camera because I'm going to bore you with stripping all this let out. But I'm going to have a can of pop. I'm going to pull a couple of roots out just to see what the club root situation is here. It's got good fixed roots and all that. No club root on these. It's just that bed. I mean, they're quite thick roots, but they're not club root. So they're quite compact because they spent a long time in a small pot. You can even see there, still got the drinking straw. No, it's no club root, there's plenty of fibrous roots, just where they twist in the bottom of the pot. They always carry on to, it's why I like square pots, to be honest, because they're easier to come out when they've been compacting around, when they tend to want to follow that again. Obviously, beds were well compacted and waterlogged, so when you put a bulb planter in, that kind of compacts it even more on the side, so just carry on doing that until they can break through. But yeah, them roots aren't so bad. But I'll get all these out now and clear all this up. That's not a 5-minute job. Right, I'm going to start taking some of this stuff back over to the van, but I need to actually bring some peas over to make some room. So I thought I'll have a quick look at it now, because it looks like it might start raining in a bit. So I don't want to get all this lot wet. So I don't mind putting the peas in when it's raining, but if I can get the peas in and the berries done, I'm good. But if I can get all that done, put everything in the van, and then I can come back home and just leisurely weed until I get bored and want to go home. So I'll turn the camera on, we can have a look what I've managed to get today, apart from the blueberries, of course. Right, so we've got all the collie. I think there's 20 heads or 22, I can't remember now. There's a lot anyway, so there's a fair bit of weight there. So I'm going to borrow a wheelbarrow and get it back over to the van. And courgettes there. So everything else is, as I showed you yesterday, garlic's got rust, but I can deal with that, at a later date. There's nothing pressing with that. It's full of weeds down here. These can wait until after the weekend. So my main job today was to get all the tops off the spuds. There was that end row and some of this upper end here wasn't too bad. They all had blight, but there was an area down there that was quite bad. But we'll see how we go. I don't know if you can see, but somewhere along here there's There's the odd spud. I might have to roll them out before I go. I don't know, but it's a job that's done, so it shouldn't get any worse. But obviously there'll probably be the odd one that'll get blight, and I'll find out when I dig them up. So I'm going to put my peas in here. I'm not going to video it because basically they're in the gutter, 5 foot sections. Just basically really heavily water them. You know, a 10 foot length will be a full 10 litres. Really drench it, and that just helps them slide out. And then obviously nestle them in, edge the soil up to them, give them a right good water in. And provided you don't get anything like me where you've got animals tunnelling underneath, they shouldn't dry out. It's not ideal, you know, because I've grown peas here for a while. I was going to put them in one of the other beds, but just to save time, and because they're a bit leggy, I don't think they're going to do that well. I thought I'll put them in the nets up here. I can string them up and try and press them against the net till they grab, and just see what happens. You've got to try things. You might get a late season crop. Onions are as they are, need a bit of weeding, but like I say, if I get a chance, I'll do a bit of weeding. But my main area to weed in some aspects, it's worse. It's obviously this asparagus bed. It's not causing any problems, but obviously there'll be a lot of weed seeds in there, so I need to slow down the spread. If I can get, you know, 50% of it out, that'll do for me. So on that note, just a bit of an update from the plot of problems that I've had and whatnot. So but I've managed to get a harvest, and I've got the cauliflower before it's blown too bad. You know, it has blown as I liked it, a little bit tighter maybe, you know, 4 or 5 days ago, but I've just not been able to get up. But I'm glad things I managed to get it without losing it all. So it doesn't make the whole, you know, the setback of the cold, wet start and the obviously getting the club root as bad, even though it's still bad getting it. But no club root on any of the actual cauliflower root balls. It's a weird one, that. Just that bad. You know, sometimes I might lime it and then just put a few in next year and just see, you know. But these are all options, you know, they're all options for next year. I'll get through this year first. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll catch up with some comments as soon as I can, I promise. You know, so don't fret, I've not forgotten. I will get on with them as soon as possible. Just like I say, you know, we're looking after my dad full time, and doing a gig most Saturdays, well, 30 in the year. It actually, well, the old Friday night, actually, yeah, I've got to be careful that I don't hurt myself too close to the gig, because obviously I play the guitar and I sing, so I don't want to knacker myself out, because doing the gig is tiring enough, and it doesn't help because I've got the chronic fatigue syndrome, so that I suffer for it afterwards. But you know, you can't just give in and have, you know, and just hug your bed all day long. You've got to get up and do things, and then if you crash, if you're up to date with things and you can have a rest, then okay, I'll rest, I'll chill out and sleep, or go and sit by a pond and fish for a few hours, which I'm so desperate to do. You know, it does make me think about, you know, like not putting so much in for the late season on here, to give myself a bit of time just to relax and get caught, because there's jobs to do. There's a fruit cage and the fence. I don't think I'm going to put that polytunnel up this year. That's just asking too much. So I'll just see what I can get done this year. But fruit cage, once the blueberries are finished, I can deal with that maybe. And fence, I don't know. I'm not keen on the idea of putting it up pre-winter. I'd rather sort of like, you know, tackle it in the spring so it's not sat in water for a winter, you know, when you've got nothing really growing. So I don't mind if this fence collapses through the winter, because I can come and deal with a new one next year. So it's just trying to take the pressure off myself. So we'll see what happens. It's always open to change. It always is. Something always puts a spanner in the works, and there'll be updates. So I'll keep you posted about how this bird's getting on, but he's a bit scared of the camera, so we'll just see how it goes. So thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you next time.